Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the agents of Gnarlwood.
It's another core set battle. This time we're using the two rivals decks in the box. Now you may have seen Pete's videos of card run-throughs, and so therefore you may know that there's this wonderful kind of plot cards they have now, these new rivals decks, which add stuff. So I'm playing Tooth and Claw, which basically means my people become, what was it called? Savage. Savage. I'm going to say Savage.
Savage is the key word.
In this game. But basically they become Savage after an activation. Or at the start of a friendly fighters, I can choose to stagger them. And then they are Savage, while any of the following are true. They have one or more charge tokens. They are staggered, or they have two or more wound counters.
So you can stagger them, and then they'll be doing. But if they take wounds, then they'll do it as well.
Well, if they're charging, of course, they will be.
I've got the Daring Delvers, and I have this little exploration count thing on this card, which is quite funky. It starts at 0 and it increases by 1 whenever I place a feature token during a round, which are obviously these ones that are out of play at the minute, or if any of the objectives get removed.
Okay, so it's not in my interest to destroy them in this game.
No, not in this one. I also get it at the end of the action phase for each friendly fight that is on a feature token that is not in my territory. At the end of the action phase for each surviving friendly explorer that is not in my territory, and upgrades will turn me into explorers. And it decreases by 1 at the end of the round for each enemy fighter on a feature token that is in my territory.
This game's going to be quite entertaining because
it's going to blow our tiny minds.
A lot of my objectives involve being in your territory, and a lot of yours involve. So I'm
basically
going to run right into there, and there won't be any fighting.
Each other. So this is going to blow our tiny minds because it's only our second game with with the fighters. So it's new warband cards. It's all new stuff. So, and we're probably going to get this wrong a lot. So,
yeah, absolutely.
As always, do like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment saying who you think is going to win this game and how many mistakes each of us are going to make.
100 millions.
And as always, if you get any questions about the game or you spot anything, do shout and we can try and answer it in the comments below.
Absolutely.
So it's time to roll to see who gets to go first. Now, you finished setting up first.
I did.
So if I don't get a crit, you get to choose. I get no crit. You get to choose. So it's worth pointing out that a feature token, so at the end of an action phase for each friendly fight that's on a feature token not in my territory, that's these. These are feature tokens.
Yeah, okay. Or these if you placed if they
ever get placed, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go first.
Okie dokie. I had to redraw all my power cards and I'm not sure I've got a better hand.
I drew all my cards.
I'm quite concerned.
I'm going to charge with long cut here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
It's a border when you're doing it.
Sorry. So he gets a thingy counter. So he is
spirit counter.
So I'm going to roll 3 swords and hopefully do 2 damage.
Ow!
It's a crit. Oh, and the double success because I get double successes.
Ow!
Because I'm overcome.
I'm all overcome.
So that's 2 damage.
2 damage, and that is on poor old Helmar the Huar.
Yeah.
Do you want to push him?
No.
I'm going to play Quick Roots. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Play this after an enemy fighter's activation. If that fighter has 1 or more move and or charge tokens, deal 1 damage to that fighter.
Yeah, it was a trap.
It was a trap.
I'm going to play Gore Swamp. So Domain, +1 move to corn fighters, which there are none. Each other fighter has a move characteristic of 2 while that fighter is making a move action. This is not part of that is not part of a charge super action. So basically, if you don't charge, you've move 2.
I mean, I'm only move 3 anyway, but it does.
It persists till the end of the round or until another domain is played.
First go, I'm just going to have a swing at you then.
Go on in.
From there, so Helmar the Huar has 2 swords, 1 damage, but it's grievous 1. So if I get a crit, it's 2 damage.
All my plans will be for naught.
Naughty, naughty. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, my plans are not for naught.
Hello, dice.
Right, so in my second,
I'm
going to use old Crimson Kira.
Crimson Kira.
So she gets one of those. So she is a beast.
Goes up to move 5?
Yeah, so she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Assuming you're not staggering anybody to make them Savage.
Well, they are Savage when they get charge counters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
if they have a charge counter, they become Savage.
Yeah, so I need to put Savage.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go there. But what does your...
I roll shields.
You've taken damage.
Yeah, he only got 1 wound left.
Okay, so in that case I'll roll the 4 sword attack.
4 swords?
Yeah, with Grievous.
Ouch.
Oh, that's 2 supports.
2 single supports, so I do need a crit.
Yeah.
Can do with a crit on this. No. Helmar has been hewn.
Yes.
He's dead.
So, I've scored something. Score this immediately after a friendly fighter attack action that took the target out of action if that friendly fighter was supported by one or more Savage fighters.
So you get 2 glory.
I get 2 glory for that and a new power card.
One for the kill and one for the objective.
Yeah.
On to my second go then. This isn't going to go well for me, I don't think. But I'm going to charge with Thane, 4th and last. 1, 2. You can charge 3, but it's just going to charge the 2. He has 2 swords and 2 damage, which isn't bad. Basically 2 damage rather than the other 2.
It's pretty good.
And it has trip, so on a crit you become staggered.
Oh.
I did forget in the previous game as well, for anybody watching this who did watch the previous game, that they have their sibling rivalry, which is after the final power step of the round, I can inspire one friendly fighter that has this ability, which is any of my 3 little loser blokes. So yeah. Oh, that's good.
You need his swords?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the power phase, I'm going to flip that over, I think. Just so he's got a little bit more cover. Oh, he becomes staggered as well as a result, yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not staggered because I didn't trip you.
You're not on guard.
Oh no. Almost. Once you put the token down, it's
you
binding.
are now
It's
savage.
legally binding. I am savage.
Yeah, because any fighter in any warband is savage because you're now staggered, and you have a charge token. In fact, so
I'm doubly savage.
Yeah, he's double. So
There's 3 savage fighters.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to play Mark of the Stampede on Gaul.
Oh, what's that do?
It's basically, it makes him a beast. +1 move and +2 move if he's savage.
Oh dear. So he's not savage at the minute.
He's not savage at the minute, no.
I still pass.
Okay. And then I'm going to play Gifted Ferocity on him too.
Oh.
Which is +1 dice to his range of 1 attack action. My third go, I'm going to make a charge action.
Yeah.
He now moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Poor old Marshal Volk is going to get...
So it's 3 hammers, 3 damage.
3 hammers.
3 hammers.
So I do need a crit.
Oh, rude.
How rude.
He is now... Ooh,
Oh, he's dead.
he is now
You knocked
savage.
your queen over, or your king rather. Onto my third go. I think I'm going to charge with the big man. 1, 2, 3 to there. I'm just going to try and in face as hard as I can, really. 2 hammers, 2 damage. It's got Grievous, but you've only got 2 wounds left anyway, so 2 hammers. 2 hammers.
So I do need a crit. Oh, it kind of looked like it was going to go over, but it didn't.
Dedicated him.
He's dead. He died. Phoebus First Blood last time on my side.
And I've got a reaction.
Ooh.
I can play Gifted Sight. The fighter is an explorer. It's got a reaction now. After a friendly fighter's attack action that takes an enemy fighter out of action, if this card's in your hand, give the upgrade to that fighter, to that friendly fighter. So it's basically a free upgrade. Because this is a mutation. I didn't roll a crit though, so he doesn't inspire, but I do get a command counter on him, which means he now supports all my other blokers. So
I'm going to make a charge action with my 4th with Sarakar, so he gets a token. So he's going to go to here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, he's got to move a 6 because he's a beast and he's flying.
What a beast.
Yeah. So it's 2 hammers, 2 damage with single assists.
Oh dear. On to this guy?
Yeah.
Poor Marshal Volk.
1 hammer.
Okay, so one shield. Oh. Pow. You don't have cleave?
I don't have cleave now, so
Okay, so I do stop it.
Back. I think I will leave it there actually.
Okay. The power step is you first.
Oh, he scored something. Yeah. Embrace Scout Savagery. Score this immediately after an activation if each friendly fighter is savage.
Nice.
They all are.
And they all are
charged.
Get a glory for that one. I'm going to put all-terrain gear onto this bloke here, which makes him an explorer and gives him extra move, basically. +1 move, normally +2 if there's a domain gambit is persisting. So onto my 4th and final go. Jedran's going to charge. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. Actually 1, 2 to there. And I'm going to have a go at what's her face. So there's only 2 swords. He's not great. But when he rolls 2 swords, it's not bad.
Oh, you kid.
So she needs a crit, basically.
How much can you do? 3?
3 damage.
Oh man, you've been lucky tonight.
Choppy.
Ah!
Dead. So I get a glory for that, and I've scored now. I have scored.
Because you've rolled a crit and a defence on mine, and I've rolled nothing.
Yeah.
I rolled nothing in the last game.
Nothing. I've scored Terra Incognita. Score this immediately after an activation if a domain card is persisting and one or more surviving friendly leaders and or explorers are not in my territory. He is a explorer now.
Ah, nice.
I get glory for that. Nothing in my power step though.
I'm just going to pop Feral Instincts on Gaul.
Okay.
Basically, it gives him +1 damage. I don't really need, but there it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got nothing, so I pass. So it's the end of the power step.
Yeah.
So I now get counters. So
Okay.
when I place a feature token, I didn't do that, so I don't get that one. At the end of the action phase, for each friendly fire that is on a feature token that is not in my territory, so I've got one for him. I assume, because it then says at the end of the action phase, for each surviving friendly explorer that is not in your territory, would he gain another one? Because he's a friendly explorer, not in my territory.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So he can double up.
Yeah, because I think so.
So I get 2. I decrease it by 1 at the end of the round for each enemy fighter that is on a feature token that is in my territory.
Okay.
So Gaul takes 1 back away from me, so I'm to 1. You go first. What have you scored?
So I've scored focal point. Score this in end phase if a friendly leader is within 2 hexes of 2 or more other fighters from 2 or more warbands. So he's...
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's worth 2.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Yeah. Get rid of Paragon of Ferocity, I think. I'm going to get rid of Binding Helix as well. So
Hinding Belix.
yeah, so that's fine. I'm going to draw everything.
I have not scored, and I'm going to get rid of Bold Venturer, which is a friendly leader, is on a cover hex or lethal hex, or on a feature token, and he's in enemy territory. I don't know if I'm ever...
a long way.
Yeah, he's only got move of 3, so I don't rate him doing that anytime soon. Oh, and your domain goes away now.
Oh yes.
The Gore Swamp, which is quite nice because that's the corn specific one. If you've got corn, I'll keep that one. I've got a 2 glory hybrid surge.
Oh.
I kind of really want to keep it because it's a 2 glory surge, but I'm gonna get rid of it. No, actually, I'm gonna keep it. You never know. You never know your luck. I'm going to get rid of Final Say, which is an upgrade, which is gives you a reaction that when someone tries to do damage to you with a gambit, you can roll dice, and on a lightning you can ignore it. And I'm going to keep my last card. So I'm going to draw 1 objective and 4 power cards. Not sure I like any of my cards, to be honest. Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Oh dear.
I think we're both in trouble here. Right, 4 dice, just a double assist. That's not good. Ooh.
Single.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to go first.
yeah. Much Hulk smash to
I
ensue.
think I'm just going to have to smash, I think. So I'm going to start by inspiring Gaul by taking his tokens off when I activate him. So he goes up to 2 hammers, 3 damage with knockback and stagger. He gets +1 damage, he's actually on 4 damage. And he gets +1 dice. So it's 3
I
dice.
can inspire one of my
yeah,
peoples.
yeah.
Unfortunately, they stay on 1 shield, so I might as well inspire Thane 4th and last.
Okay.
He's the rubbishest of them all, but he's least likely to die immediately from a massive hammer to the face.
So it's 3 hammers, 4 damage. Completely missed. I'm going to play Dark Command. Choose 1 beast or 1 savage fighter, deal 1 damage to 1 enemy fighter adjacent to that chosen fighter.
Ouch.
1 damage to him.
Ouchie. I'm not going to play anything right now.
I'm going to play Reckless Haste.
What's that?
+2 move to fighters in the next activation. After the next activation, stagger each fighter that made 1 or more move actions during that activation.
So basically, if you want to play it, so if I charge,
Yeah, you'll get
I'll get
staggered.
staggered.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to play one
second.
more. Sorry, I'm going to play Feral Alteration onto my boss. Which
Okay.
does make him a large fighter now because he's got +1 wound, but he also gets +1 move.
Okay. My first go, then I am going to charge with the big lad. Sir Jidran Fullspawn. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Hello.
He's charged. He's only 2 swords, but I say only 2 swords. It was helpful last time,
Yeah.
and I get single assist this time as well.
I can re-roll.
Yeah. A crit. Ooh. Oh.
Crit.
You want to re-roll it?
No. Thank you.
Worth a shot. I will push you back. Now he does inspire.
Okay.
And so does Volk because he was supporting.
Oh.
So they have both inspired at least. Oh no, he gets a stagger token, doesn't he? Because he charged.
Yes.
I'm going to play a domain, Spirit Snare Cavern. After a fighter's charge action, that fighter's player rolls 1 attack dice for each fighter in their warband that's out of action. If they roll 1 or more crit, you deal 1 damage to them. Okay. Your second go.
I'm going to use my leader. So I'm going to inspire the leader by taking his spirit token off of him. And he's going to try and hit this guy.
Your leader's inspired now.
Yeah, so it's 3...
So they're both inspired, aren't they?
They are both inspired, yeah. So it's 3 hammers, 2 damage, and I get single assists.
And he's having to go at Marshal Volk again?
Yeah.
2 hammers, 2 damage?
2 damage, yeah. Which is enough to kill him, isn't it?
Yeah, he's only got 2 wounds left.
2 single assists.
If I roll another crit...
I rolled all assists last time.
Yeah. Oh, I can see the crit.
That rolled across the crit.
He's
I might have broken my new miniatures if that been...
Too mid-game! So you get glory for killing him?
Yeah, I do. I only get 1 though, because my objectives are not that good.
Well, join the club. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm going to put Stubborn to the Bone on
Big man.
Gaul.
What's that do?
It basically means you can't push him, so therefore he can't be trapped. In addition, when he's savage, I can re-roll 1 dice in his defence rolls. So now I can roll both dice. In his defence rolls, he only has 1.
Okay, I'm going to put the Enshrouded Shot on Thane, which gives him a range 4, 2 hammer, 1 damage attack that has Grievous.
Whoa.
But he can only make it when he's on a feature token, which he is. So, you know, happy days.
Whoa.
So on to my second go, and he's going to take a pot shot at...
Was it only our second go?
Yeah, he's going to take a pot shot at Gaul.
Right.
That must be your second go as well.
Oh yeah, it must have been, because I went first.
So he's going to shoot with his Enshrouded Shot. 2 hammers, 1 damage, but it's Grievous 1 on Gaul. 1 hammer.
So I've got so it's on Gaul.
Yeah.
So I have 1 shield and I can re-roll it. 1. I won't.
I can't push you back.
Push him, no.
Oh, this game's rubbish. I'm doing terrible.
So I am just going to have a shot at you. Now I haven't got a single assist this time, so I think it's better to use the cleave.
Who are you shooting at?
This guy here.
Okie dokie.
It's either
2 hammers or
with
3
cleave,
hammers?
or 3 hammers without cleave. I don't know which is best. I've got no idea.
I've got shields, so I guess the cleave is better.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that then. Oh, it's 2 successes.
I guess I'll have to roll a crit then. Oh no, so 2 damage is that?
2 damage, yes.
Ouch, I do not like that.
Okay, do not like that, Sam. I am.
So, are you pushing him back?
Yes, because then you can't do that thing, can you?
Not unless I charge. Okay, so onto my third go. So I might as well charge and shoot a rate at you.
Okay, you're shooting Gaul again.
Yeah, I'll shoot Gaul. 2 hammers. Crit and a hammer.
Oh, okay, so I can't stop that.
You cannot.
So that's how many damage? 2, because he gets Grievous, doesn't he?
He gets Grievous, so it's 2 damage on him.
Okay.
And I now have to roll 2 attack dice for my 2 dead fighters, and on a crit he'll take a wound.
Another wound?
What was this? No, not you, me. Because of the
Oh, I
Spirit
see,
Snare
I
Cavern.
see. I see. So my third, I'm going to do the same as I did last time.
Okay, and you're shooting at...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
nothing! I'm going to play the Grasping Root Grave. Ooh. You cannot play this in the final power step of the round, but it's not, so alright, because I've still got mine.
You've still got, yeah.
At the end of the action phase, deal 1 damage to each fighter adjacent to a feature token. So it's a domain.
Ow.
It's going to stay there. And you've got nothing else to play still? It's not
I will do that because you get extra shenanigans, don't you?
Shenanigans! Yeah, well, at the minute he'll die because of the Grasping Root Grave, because it'll deal 1 damage to him.
Oh, okay, well, I'll do that then.
Now, I'm going to play the Flame Wisps.
Ooh.
It's a denizen. Choose 1 friendly fighter and 1 enemy fighter within 3 hexes of that fighter and visible to that fighter. Roll 2 magic dice or 3 magic dice if the chosen friendly fighter is a wizard, but they're not. If you roll 2 or more matching symbols, deal 1 damage to the chosen enemy fighter.
You're choosing Gaul.
I will choose Gaul. So I've got to roll 2 magic dice.
And you've got to get...
Use your magic dice.
Yeah, so if you get same, then he's effectively dead next
to
turn.
take 1, yeah, he'll take a wound. Oh! Didn't want to crit then.
I kind of wanted you to get that.
So did I.
It was quite a nice play.
In my 4th and final go, I'm going to move my leader onto that there.
Okay.
And in the power step, I will flip it over. Just going to flip the table.
So you're staggered, but it's irrelevant.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if I get rid of the Grasping Root Grave. Because if I do that, he won't die. Because he's not going to die anyway.
I see.
So I'm going to play the Tangled Roots. It means nothing, but it means you're not going to take 1 damage because he won't die now.
Stop me scoring. Oh, no, he hasn't.
And he won't die either.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
End phase, you went first.
I have scored Hurricane Force. Score this in end phase if each surviving friendly fighter is in enemy territory and there are no enemy fighters in my territory.
Nice.
By the hair of my chinny chin chin. That's 3.
3?
Yeah.
Jeepers.
I'm going to get rid of Supreme Savagery. I nearly scored this. Score this immediately after a savage friendly leader's attack action if the target was taken out of action, and that was the second or subsequent fighter your leader had taken out of action. Same close. So close. Got so close to taking out a lady for a second or subsequent time. But sadly not. And I'm going to get rid of Leaderless Pack, which I have to score this in end phase if each enemy leader is out of action. Oof. I just can't see that coming off in this this game.
Oh, I also score 1 Daring Delver's point because I have an Explorer that is not in my territory because he's in no man's land.
Ah, yes.
So I score 1 for that, but that's it.
Sneaky. Did you score anything?
No.
Oh.
The temptation for this 2 Glory Surge is still very strong, and I'm going to keep it because I'm an idiot. I do score Sleepless Sentries, which is score this in end phase if each enemy fighter is within 2 hexes of 1 or more friendly fighters. I've definitely scored that. Because all enemy fighters are within 2 hexes of a friendly fighter. So I did score 2, I'm up to 5 to your 9. I'm going to get rid of Uncovered Secrets, which is score immediately after a power step if my exploration count is up to 10. Well, I've got 2. I'm very close, but not close enough, I feel. So I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm going to draw 3 objectives and 5 power cards. No, 2 objectives and 5 power cards. Right, time to roll for round 3. Ooh, crit and 2 doubles.
Zilch.
I'll go first. I will charge with Thane because he does have a scything attack.
Oh,
he's going to go 1, 2 to there. He rolls 3 swords. It has scything and it's grievous 1.
That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, so it could be 2 damage. I'll go for the big boss man first here. A crit. I did need that crit.
Oh, the big man. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh no, that's right. Crit.
No, I did.
Crit. Yeah. So you can't even push because I got crit success.
Right.
Sorry.
Now on Gaul.
My
then.
dice roll are coming in.
Now on Gaul. If I can get a crit again, that'll still be 2 damage. It might kill him.
Yeah, we'll kill him. Yeah.
Or I could just roll a sword. So just the 1.
That's a success.
Oh, good. I love it when I use cleave action.
Scything.
Bloody scything action.
Just, yeah. Right, now I've got... If putting that fighter there has just totally messed my mind.
So, in the power step, I'm going to play Claim Jumper on him. He's an explorer, which he is anyway. Fighters adjacent to this fight cannot be given guard tokens or be on guard.
Okay.
Anything for you?
Yeah, I'm going to put Beast Claws on Gaul. It's basically a flurry. While this fighter is savage, I can reroll any number of dice in the attack roll. So I'll get 3 because I get +1 dice to his range 1 attack action to his range 1. And just so he is savage because he's got 2 wounds.
I'm going to play the Zone of Control, which is fighters are on guard while they're in a starting hex or on a feature token.
Oh, so you're on guard.
So he's on guard. I am going to play Significant Find, which can either allow me to place 1 available feature token in an empty hex, 2 or more hexes from each fighter, or increase my exploration count by 1. I'll just increase my exploration count by 1.
Okay.
Because I don't think it matters placing a feature token now. He does actually now count as assisting him. Because it says, whilst this fighter is adjacent to a friendly fighter, this fighter supports that fighter.
Oh, okay.
So he's on guard, and he's got assists. And in the power step, I'm going to flip this over as well, so I'll get single and double assists on it now.
Okay, I'm going to put Brutal Transformation onto Gaul, which makes him into a beast, but he already was a beast. It gives him +2 damage to his fighters, range 1 and 2, range 1 attack actions.
Okay.
And then my first activation, I'm going to charge around here. 1, 2, 3.
Ouchie. Old Sir Jedrin.
So it's 3 swords. I can re-roll any number of dice, and it's 5 damage.
5?
Yeah, it's +2 damage to his range and 1 attack actions. I've got +1 from Feral Instinct. So yeah, so it will be it'll be 5 damage. So 3 swords.
5 damage.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, that's a good start. I can re-roll it.
Oh, okay. I thought you needed hammers then. No. I was already consigned. Oh! That is fantastically terrible rolling. Okay, I'm going to put the Dowsing Limb on Sir Jedrin.
Okay.
This fighter is a Explorer. After this fighter's activation, scatter 2 hexes from them.
Wow.
And push this fighter up to 2 hexes along the chain. Second go, I'm going to charge. Just the one to there, Mrs. Wembley. No, actually I'm going to charge around to there. If he's there, 1, 2, 3, can still make it. Right, 2 hammers, 3 damage. Are you a large fighter now?
I am, yes.
Okay, so I can re-roll 1 dice.
Okay.
The target large fighters.
I can re-roll. Oh no, I can't re-roll anymore because I'm not within 2 hexes of him.
1 hammer, and I'll re-roll 1. I'll re-roll it again when I can actually hit. 2 hammers.
Nothing.
So that's 3 damage.
Ow.
And I will push it to there. And then I will use his Dowsing Limb, which is after this fighter's activation. So I'm going to just put it there and head in that direction. So 2 dice, 2 hammers. Okay, I can't go both. I can only go 1 to there.
Okay. So I'm going to charge with him round to there.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I don't have to go there, do I? I can go here. I can go here. Oh, no, 4. I can move 4. I can go there.
So you can only move 4?
I've got +1 move. I've got 5 actually.
So yeah, that's 4.
So I can go to there.
Okay.
And I'll be trapped there, but you're never going to go, are you?
No, I only moved 3.
Yeah, that seems unlikely. Okay.
It is unlikely.
So it's 2 swords, but with two swirlies with cleave. I have
One
got
swirly.
success. So you basically don't. I need you to get a shield.
Because it's got cleave, yeah. Oh, the one thing I didn't want.
Right.
Boo! So he's dead.
And I've got some glory because I get 1 for that.
Glory, glory.
And I get 1 for toyed with. Score this immediately after a friendly fighter action is if 1 or more. Oh, I could have scored that already. I basically score that if I make a friendly fighter's attack action if 1 or more fighters are vulnerable. I should have scored that last turn. And I also score Macabre Spectacle. Score this immediately after a friendly fighter's attack action that took a target out of action if that friendly fighter was savage before you activated them when he was, because you just did all that damage. So that's another 1, or another 2 in fact.
I might as well just charge my boss to there.
Okay.
Because I can do so little at this stage in the game.
You never realised that I could just smack you in the face.
It didn't matter so little right now.
Okay, well, you actually could kill him. How much damage do you do?
I've got crits.
Okay.
I've got 1 crit.
So how much damage are you doing?
With the crit, that's 3 damage.
Okay, so this will kill him if I don't get a crit. Well, I can re-roll it once.
So some
dead.
victory.
He's dead.
Some small victory there. He was only 4 wounds though, wasn't he? He wasn't a large fighter.
No, he was.
Oh,
because the last thing I gave him made him a large fighter.
So I get 2 glory for killing him. Have it. More like his inspired now.
Oh.
Not that matters.
Okay, I basically I've got 2 activations left, so I'm going to draw. I can't shoot you, so I'm going to draw a card.
So on my 4th and final go, I'm going to swap out one of my objectives.
My final turn, I'm drawing a card. No, it's no use anyway, so definitely.
Okay, so end phase, I went first. I scored the objective I picked up, which was Survivalist, which is scoring end phase if each friendly fighter has 1 or more upgrades and or is in a cover hex. So I get the 1. I don't get any Daring Delver points because nobody's in your territory, anyway.
And I've scored 3, I get 3. I score Ferocious Rampage if each surviving friendly fighter is savage and or inspired. Well, he's both.
Nice.
So, and a move or die. Score this in end phase if each surviving friendly fighter has 1 or more move or and or charge tokens on it. She also does. So that's another 3. Did you put them on?
Yeah. All done. So 15 plays 8.
Oh, that's
at the end
you
there.
got 15 in the last game, didn't you? And I got 15 in this game. That's very fair.
Yeah, although you got 12, so I feel a bit cheated.
I was glossing over that.
I should have really, it was obvious, I should have got rid of my kill somebody with a ploy card or kill someone with a gambit for 2 glory. It's one of those things I don't want to get rid of it because it's 2 glory to kill someone on a surge, but I never had a hope. And I had have 5 Daring Delver point things, have 10, sorry, and get 3 glory. I had both of those at the start, and I just didn't come close. I should have got rid of them. Cards that I never got to. After a friendly fight's attack action, score it if the fight was in a cover hex or a lethal hex or on a feature token when that attack was made and the fight was not in my territory. I would have scored that with him earlier in the game.
Oh, I moved him over, didn't I? That was clutch moving him. Actually.
I had another one which is score an end phase of 2 or more domain cards are in my discard pile. Well, that I would have done.
It's quite funny. I hadn't, because I'm a thick, I hadn't realised by moving him I would score two glory. Actually, because I hadn't realised he was staggered, that's why. But because you played that domain, which meant I was going to die, I looked at my options and I realised he was staggered and realised I could move him.
And I could have scored another one, which is my exploration count is at least twice the round number, which I wouldn't have got, or it's at least equal to the round number, and 1 or more friendly fighters are explorers, which several of them were because of the upgrades. So there was another.
That one feels fiddly. That one feels like you've got to really sit down and work out what.
I think this is fiddlier, and I think it needs higher movement. I think you need a warband that's faster. These guys aren't very fast.
Maybe, ironically, it would be good with both. Both of them would be good with the Dark Oath because they're pretty quick.
Yeah, that they may have done better, but you've got less fighters, and one of them in there is like have 3 fighters on hexes and things. So I feel like this deck, the Daring Delvers deck, would do well with like a 5 or a 6 fighter warband, so you've got more options, and something that's a bit faster. The Gits might do well with it because they've got scurry to run all onto different objectives and stuff like that. I don't know. The Tooth and Claw one seems a little bit more straightforward, and it's mostly murderize people.
It is, yes.
Yeah. So I feel like both warbands would have done better with that.
I think this one, and my only criticism of both games is that I've ended up with like 6 or 7 upgrades on one fighter, and by the end, which I don't really like as a way to play the game.
But I think it's because 2 of your fighters died really quickly.
Well, I think that's that's part of it.
Yeah.
So you haven't got much choice then. They are quite brittle, those 2.
Single dodge dice or whatever. But I mean, if you can't hit, as you've proven, then a single.
Well, that was funny.
Funny, he says. Yeah. That was very funny.
Yeah,
says
Robin. Well, it was funny because it was funny because I actually would have felt a lot happier about it had I realised that I scored that card automatically.
Yeah.
But you put him on there because I was going to try and hit him just because I had that one for getting a vulnerable fighter. But I thought, I've got to try and do 6 damage.
Yeah.
But I missed.
And once again, even at the end there, having so few fighters left, whilst everyone had charged, it was like there wasn't very much to do. I did have one objective card, which was have 2 fighters in your territory. And I thought, I could use his reaction to keep moving him because he had the scatter after a activation. But I realised he wouldn't have a charge token, so I couldn't activate him again because everybody's got to have a charge token first. Yeah. So I was just going to run him into your territory, but that wouldn't have helped. In fact, realising now, if I'd have given him, there's an upgrade which enables him to place this Prospector. Yes. I had Prospector in my hand that I never gave him, but after the fighter's activation, I can place 1 available feature token near him and then give him a charge token. So I could have done that. That would have scored me a couple of glory. I wouldn't have won from it though. So there you go. Those are the 2 starter warbands with the 2 starter rivals decks. I do think that the Tooth and Claw rivals deck is better than the Daring Delvers.
It does seem to be with this choice of warband.
Yes.
I mean, it's hard to tell on one game.
I suspect multi-fighter warbands that have group moves, such as the Thorns or the Canite Reapers or the Gits, they could possibly do quite nicely with the Daring Delvers.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, isn't there? This card, I think, is a really good card, and I could see this ending up in decks. With the one where I pushed your fighter. Yeah. Something else that because you have to keep an eye on the fact that your opponent's fighters could be staggered. That's another thing. Is a bit of a mind.
Yeah.
But that card, the friendly fighter being able to push you up to 4 hexes is potentially really good with the charge situation because you could, if you had 2 fighters left, so you charge with 1, happen to charge him adjacent to your or it doesn't have to be adjacent. If you charge with one, and then move the other, and then charge with the other one, but moving close within 4 hexes, the other one can then be pushed up.
Yeah.
So
it's a great way to suddenly pull someone into the game.
Yeah. So your opponent's thinking, oh well, they've charged there. No, even though it's charged and you can reactivate him, he's nowhere near you. Yeah. That's what I was saving it for. And so until you made me think about the board state over here.
I think overall, the thing that really did me in was keeping hold of that surge card for 2 glory, because I thought it would be great. But the problem is you've either got to kill someone with a lethal hex, and I was trying to get your leader into position so I could knock him into that, but there's not many lethal hexes around these days.
No.
And the other thing is kill him with a gambit, but there's only about 2 cards in here that do damage from gambit, so...
I thought about trying to get you with a lethal hex, and I actually have a card which turns all cover hexes into lethal hexes.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
But I didn't play that because I thought that's going to just
it's going to go mental.
Yeah.
There we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that at home. Like I said, do please like, subscribe.
Yes.
Ring that bell, leave a comment. Let us know what you like about these warbands, about these rival decks, and in the other game as well.
I am quite excited about I'm more excited now I've won a game, because I haven't won for a while. But
we've played 2 games this evening, and we've won 1 each, which is quite nice. It's quite nice.
I feel like these 2 decks, there's definitely some potential for some Nemesis working out.
Yeah,
I feel less like that with the Explorers deck.
Yeah, the Explorers one I really don't rate for, at least with this warband. Possibly, there's other warbands out there I think would do well with it, but not this one. I
feel like you've got some beast shenanigans going on because they both interact. They've both got things that interact with beasts, and these guys can become beasts or not beasts
on a whim.
Yeah, or whatever. Whim. So. I reckon there's potential there, but maybe I don't know what we're going to play next.
No,
but at some point we'll play a proper Nemesis game.
Let us know what you want to see next. Maybe we'll take that into account. Can't guarantee it though, because we are whimsical and
the permutations now are a bit
mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling because not only have you got all the warbands, you've now got specific Nemesis decks to combine with specific warbands.
Specific rivals decks,
rivals decks.
To make specific Nemesis builds. So there's a lot to going on. So heads are exploding left and right. Yeah. But we're really excited, and hopefully you are too.
I'm really excited, and not just because I'm going on holiday.
He's not taking me though.
No.
So see you soon in the Gnarlwood.